All right, folks. So today, got a lot going on, but you can see the weather is rainy today. Actually, it rained last night. Now, what's interesting out here where I live, being in the southeastern part of Arizona, everything that happens in California, we get to a lesser degree here most of the time. So basically, I can just watch the weather in California if there's a big weather event, and I know that we're going to be getting the remnants of that. So this is just coming from their weather they've been having, and it comes from that direction over there. And usually the winds, the prevailing winds here are from the southwest, so they'll be blowing this way most of the time. And I will say that most of my property, all the stuff that I've set up so far, has been based on the wind patterns. So I will say, if you decide you want to start a homestead or you want to, build on vacant land like I'm doing, um, you might want to spend some time on your property and not build anything or build something small. Heck, a rabbit tractor. So as you can see here, real simple. Two pallets. Screw them together. That's the very first step. You take 2.5-inch screws, construction screws. You could use nails, whatever it is. But 2 screws on this one, 2 screws on this one. They go in at an angle here, an angle there, angle here, angle there, and repeat for the other side. That's step 1. All right, now that I have them screwed together, the bottom portion here, you can see I cut off the bottom deck board on each one. And the reason I'm doing this is because once you stand them upright, there's going to be supports that go across here on the bottom, and they're going to attach to these stringers. So that's what I'm doing next. Okay, so now you can see that I have erected 2 pallets, and you can see I have the stringers here screwed into the base. And then what I'll do is I'll take this side, put it up, connect the stringers, and then I will have the base of my rabbit tractor frame. To kind of move ahead on this rabbit tractor, I skipped a bunch of stuff because, a lot of this is so simple that I don't need to show you like a step-by-step on how to do this, because I can walk you through this real easily because you can see what it is. So you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you say about 5, 6 pallets. All right, so this pallet here was chopped up. What I did was I took the stringers off, took the deck boards. Now the deck boards are on top and the stringers are on the bottom, so it gives this like a nice sturdy frame here. Okay, so it's pretty sturdy now. Now what's going to happen is the front of this, I'm going to have a slide on and a slide door that can slide up and down. It's going to be in 2 sections, so it'll be a section here and a section down here. Next step really now will be to put these doors on, and then once I get these sliding doors set up, then I will actually start putting the fencing around it. And that's the important part, because as I learned, rabbits are a little tricky to keep in if they don't want to be kept in. So there's a couple precautionary things I got to do with this. But you can see here, so far the costs, the only real cost of this thing is going to be the fence and the wheels, of course, depending on how you want to do the wheels. But yeah, other than that, mostly free. This is, another beautiful thing here is that rabbits don't care what it looks like. So, it may not be the prettiest rabbit tractor. If you want to go all out, you could sand pallets, you could use newer ones, sand them, stain it, paint it, do whatever kind of stuff you want to do to it. That's really up to you. But the idea is that you don't have to spend a bunch of money, to make a rabbit tractor, or a chicken tractor for that matter. So yeah, that's what this is. So next step, I'll be doing that, and then I'll walk you through the rest of it. also should keep in mind that I'm going uphill too. So it's a little bit harder dragging this thing uphill. That's why I wanted to see if I can hook this up to the truck. So I think that's what I'm gonna do right now, actually. All right, see if that works. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Got my rabbit tractor done. I keep wanting to say chicken tractor, but this is a rabbit tractor. Damn it. And so anyways, I got it done. The weather's been real crummy today. It's just been raining and on and off all day. So I couldn't do the bags because once the dirt gets wet, I can't really sift it through the sifter. So anyways, I used the day to build this sucker. I've got a welded wire stapled around it. I also have welded wire on the floor in there so they can still forage in there, but they can't dig themselves out of here. And the door on the front here, this door slides up and off. I'll see if I can show you from here holding the camera. So you can see that. So I can slide this off so I can get in there and give them water, feed them, whatever I got to do. And if I really need to get in there, I can slide this bottom part of the door off as well. So that way I didn't have to use hinges. Now, as far as the way to drag this thing, I put this chain on here. You saw that I drug it with the truck, but honestly, it's kind of a pain in the ass doing this. I would use a rope or something, or even like a piece of wood. But I will say this thing's a little heavy because it's, you know, it's made out of 6 pallets, so it's a little heavy, and it's a little hard to drag around. I can drag it, you know. Really, the only thing is I really just need to drag it 10 feet at a time here, so it's not a big deal. Anyhow, the rabbits, I'm going to be moving them out of here. They're in a cage because 2 of the rabbits escaped, and they're as good as dead. They're gone. So 2 of the rabbits escaped. Turns out there were some gaps in the bottom of the fence that my dogs must have done when I had them in here when I went to Hawaii. Because ultimately, this is like a proof of concept, because if I get this to work on these 2 rabbits here, these are just my test rabbits, I eventually would like to have meat rabbits out here, and I just want to kind of see like how much I got to feed them, how much money I come out of pocket feeding them versus just having them in these tractors and letting them forage on all the green that I have out here. So, you know, nothing's in stone right now, and that's just the way I like to do things. You know, I don't like to put all my effort into something and then it doesn't work out. I've done that too many times. So, you know, when you're out here doing this kind of thing, you know, you can go to the internet, you can learn from YouTube, and, you know, there's lots of videos on all kinds of stuff. But, you know, my recommendation is try it for yourself, because you can't always believe everything you watch online. People just swear up and down that their idea is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and you'll go and try it and you'll figure out it's not worth a shit. So you definitely want to do things on your own. That's the best way to learn. So anyways, tomorrow I'll be moving them in here and give them their first day in this sucker, and hopefully this will last a while and it'll have good results, but only time will tell. Thanks for watching. Over and out.